I'll answer your questions.
Hey guys, it's Alex from the Disciples. Following EDISON Cup Summer 22 edition, we got Tristan Pugh with his
Dark Gaia deck, I suppose.
Dark Gaia deck. Who knew EDISON format had even more twists and turns? But yeah, how was your day?
It was good. It started off really well. I went 3-0, and I felt like I could top. And then I lost the next 3, but 2 of them were feature matches. The last one was oppression, so it's fine.
Oppression, out of your control.
Next time.
This
This is way better than I did the last 2 cups, though. The last cup, I played Dragon Turbo, and I didn't win a single game. So.
I remember this.
It's definitely an improvement.
Yeah, let's get into this deck profile.
Okay.
With an official map from the Yu-Gi-Oh! Online series.
Of course, we won it in the 3v3.
Imagine.
Online, back in COVID season.
Limited edition.
Limited.
1 of 6. 1 of 6.
Alright, so we'll start off with the heroes. You have Shoutouts, obviously one of the best heroes, but the real best hero is Prisma. You play 3 of it. This is like the reason the deck is even playable. You have like so many targets to send. Like if this survives for multiple turns, you like deck thin by like 5 cards or something.
Yeah.
We'll go into some like different synergies later when we get through to the main deck monsters. Then we play Ocean. This is a target for Prisma. You send it's a water to send. It's also just a good hero. Like you're playing cards to make sure your hero survives. So like because you want Prisma to survive till turn 3. So same for Ocean. So Ocean can get back to back. News Alias. Obviously it's just a 19 BO, which is not bad in EDISON, but it's also really important for a card we play in the extra deck, which I'll show in a bit. Then we play Evil Hero Malicious Edge. Firstly, it's a hero you can send off Future Fusion for Ab-Zero, but it's also a Fiend, so it's relevant for Dark Gaia. It's 26, so it's actually really big. And its effect is actually relevant. If your opponent controls a monster, you can tribute it with only 1 tribute, and it also has piercing. It also comes out for a card that's in the extra deck. Most of the games that I lost, I bricked on this, so you could maybe play 1. It's not that bad to draw. If you play Infernal Prodigy, it gets a lot better, so I might consider doing that in the future. But yeah, it's pretty good. Then you play Aquadolphin and Grandmal for your new stations. Them being new stations is actually relevant. You can send both of them off Prisma. Grandmal is obviously just really good. It outs Ab-Zero, like in the freest way possible.
And it's a rock, right? As well.
It's a rock.
It's
a rock. Like it's a rock with a good effect, which is actually relevant. Aquadolphin was like a later addition because it's a new station, but it's also a water you can send. Like it came up a few times where, like you send Ocean, if they crow and you go for Miracle Fusion, you're just completely out of water. So a second water is really good, and it's actually decent against like the Diva decks because you can just go normal summon Aquadolphin effect and then just hit a Diva out of hand. They don't get a big push. It's relevant against like zombies. They go like set Pyramid or set Goblin Zombie, whatever. You just normal summon Aquadolphin, hit the Diva out of their hand, and their push is gone.
I like that a lot actually.
It's pretty decent. Then we have 1 Cyber Dragon because you can go Prisma, reveal Chimera Text, send Cyber Dragon. This is now a Cyber Dragon, so then you can contact users of their board. So you essentially have like 7 copies of Cyber Dragon against a machine deck.
That's pretty cool. I like that. I like that a lot. Actually.
There were no machine decks here, but like
was there not?
And every deck plays like there was one. It would have come up, but like people play Catasta, people play Card Trooper. Like there's 2 light swords, so like they always have Trooper. So this is like it's just a free card. It's like there's no reason not to play the 1 Cyber Dragon in this, and then
it's just a toolbox deck, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like, and even if you don't need the Cyber Dragon, like you go Prisma and like you deck thin because you want to get to your good cards. We play 1 big piece Golem. The reason we play this is it's like the biggest rock you can send off Prisma, and it's not even that bad. Like it's basically Sirocco. If your opponent controls a monster, you can just normal summon it without tributing, and it's 21, so it's as big as Cyber Dragon, so it can beat over Sirocco. Like it is a Garnet, obviously, but it's like not the worst Garnet you can like it's not that bad. But your turn 1 is usually Prisma, reveal multiple piece Golem, send big piece Golem, because that's the worst card you can have.
Yeah, you don't want to draw it, right? You just
you don't really want to draw it. But it's also an Earth, so like you can make Elemental Hero Gaia with it. So
that's pretty cool as well.
Good. We play Gauze. Obviously Gauze is just really good in EDISON, but it's also a Fiend, which is relevant for Dark Gaia. It's also relevant for Malicious Fiend. And then that's why we play Caius as well. Same reason.
Is it a Fiend as well?
Yeah, it's also a Fiend. So like if you can like brick on like too many tributes sometimes, but Dark Calling can manage from hand.
That's cool. I like that.
It can play around Crow as well. It's like they go, you just like there was a game where I just bricked on like Malicious Edge and a Kaya, so I just go Dark Calling, but he has 2 DD Crow in hand, so you can't DD Crow anything, and then he died. I kind of think of this deck as like almost like Diva Hero in a way, but instead of playing Diva, you're playing like Prisma as a toolbox, and then you still have like the tribute stuff.
The cool cards.
Yeah, exactly. In the same way as Diva Hero does, you have so many. It's a water.
Extra waters,
like,
right?
You kind of need defensive cards in this deck because like a lot of your turn ones are like just normal summon Prisma, and it's only 17, so it's probably gonna die. So having like actual defensive cards is relevant.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, so that's all the monsters. Then we have Rota, obviously, but this doesn't only search Strauss, it can search Aquadolphin, it can search Prisma.
That's pretty funny. That's funny.
Like a lot of the time, my turn one will have like because I'm playing 3 equal as well. Like so many times you'll have like multiple of these, and I will always go Prisma turn 1 if it survives. So you reveal multiple piece golem, and then if it survives, which the goal of the deck is that it probably survives.
Prisma survives and just get value
and then you add Stratos because then you go Prisma reveal the malicious fiend in the extra deck, so it's still a hero, and you send a rock and a fiend, and then you normal summon Stratos and then pop a back row. So
that's sick. That's sick.
I pop back row more than I surge with Stratos in this deck.
I like that. I like that.
It's really good.
I like that.
And then we have like the bomb cards. You have 3 Miracle Fusion, obviously really good in EDISON. Like Ab-Zero is just like the biggest threat at the moment.
Literally.
We have 3 Dark Calling, so it's basically 3 more Miracle Fusion. Like the monsters that you summon off this are absurd. Like Dark Gaia goes up to like 4700 attack. It can be even bigger if you have like Gauze and like other rocks. Like I said, it can banish from hand, so like you don't necessarily need to commit monsters to the field to use it. Like sometimes you have to like summon an ocean and then banish it for miracle, but this one you just banish them straight from hand.
Just get the value straight away.
Yeah, like obviously you just want to get to Dark Gaia. Like Dark Gaia is such a beast, but we'll go into it a little bit later when we get into the extra deck. Then we have like back row removal, Trunade, heavy, MST. Like you can't really play Cold Wave because your push is involved with spells, just doesn't make sense. So these are the best ones you can play. Miracle Fusion, Future Fusion rather, just absurd. There's a card in the extra deck that I learned about a little bit later after learning about this deck, and it makes this card so absurd. Brain Control, just like the aim of the game is to kill them, so you want
Brain Control's one of them cards.
And like you're still playing Kaya, so like you still like Brain Kaya, really good push. Then this deck does actually play trap cards because you can't just rely on your normal summons doing enough. So I've got 2 Regeki Break. Originally it was Phoenix Wingwood Blast, but then I like saw some theory about it, and like in this deck you want to kill them, and like you don't want to, like if they have oppression you don't want to put it on the top of the deck because if you don't kill them you want the oppression to be gone, so it makes sense to use Regeki Break instead. Like you obviously play bricks, so like the discard is fine, the Dark Calling and the Miracle makes use of them. Then we have Mirror Force, Torrential, Solemn, Dushu, obviously, like all just really good safe.
Just get trap cards, right?
We have Call the Haunted, like obviously you're getting a lot.
I guess that's better because you're playing Prisma, right?
Yeah, exactly. Since you're playing Prisma, you get a lot of utility of what you can send. Like if you send Malicious Fiend, Malicious Edge, you just call it. It's a 2600 beta. It's really big. It wasn't. I often sided it out, especially if I'm going second because it just feels a little bit too slow. And like with Gauze, it can be a bit dead. But anyway, it wasn't that bad. And like you can go like Prisma and Aquadolphin and then call the Aquadolphin, so you have a Prisma or field, so you get more utility of what you can.
Yes, I was playing in my Hero Beat deck last time, and I found it was a bit dead in that deck.
But like with Prisma, you can go like
Prisma makes it so much better in my head.
Prisma send Ocean, and then stand by face, summon the Ocean, and then bring back the Prisma, and then do it again.
Just get so much value.
It's not bad. It's definitely not like a mandatory card. And then the best card,
the bomb,
the game-ending card every single time I activate it is returned from a different dimension. This card is bonkers. Like you
got like 6 cards that banish, right?
You got 6 cards that banish, and like even if you're banishing like the Miracle Fusion, you banish like Ocean, Stratos, and you go standby phase, activate return, summon Stratos, summon Ocean, Stratos pop a back row, Ocean bounce a Stratos, normal summon Stratos, pop another back row.
It's just crazy.
The push is mad. Like you're banishing you're sending big things to make your Dark Gaia big, and then you summon this, and then it's
just
absolute mad. This card is
I love that. I love that energy.
So that's the main deck. It's 40 cards.
Consistent.
Like some people have said, you could play Upstart, but like you do want to see the 6 like banish spells, but equally your Prisma is deck thinning anyway, and like your game shots are very close to 8k, so it's kind of risky.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Then we'll go to the extra deck. So we'll go through I guess I'll go through what we summoned first. So first 3 Ab-Zero, like it's just the best thing you can summon with Miracle Fusion. Like it's so hard to actually deal with efficiently. Then we have 2 Elemental Hero Gaia. Like you're not playing any tuners, so you have like a ton of extra deck space, so you may as well just play 2 of this. Like
just in case, right?
You're always sending big piece golem, so it's always live. And like so many times, like they're scared of Ab-Zero, so they'll de-crow your water, and then you just summon Gaia anyway, and then like your
Gaia's half, and it's just like
it's 22 to the face every time. It's actually threatening. Then we'll do 2 Dark Gaia. You never need 3. Like this has 0 attack, so it has question mark attack, but when it's in the grave it's 0. So like banishing it for Dark Calling is not very good. But it's also an Earth, which is why Gaia is better. Because like you can banish this from grave and actually
so you use this like clear the board, and then like if it gets cleared, then you got like Gaia's to follow up, right?
Yeah, exactly. Another cool thing about this card is that when it attacks, I'll read you the effect because this card just keeps getting better and better. So it gains an attack equal to the combined original attack of the monsters that you use to fusion summon it. So obviously that's why we play like big piece of golem and malicious
big
edge.
attacks in it.
Just big attack. Like 4/7 is what it's usually got. But even with Grand Wall and malicious edge, it's 3/5, so it's beating over everything. Like it's beating over a JD. And then when this attacks, when it declares an attack, it changes your opponent's defense position monsters to attack position, and the flip effects don't activate. So when they have a Raikou set, like that's obviously the easy way to out monsters. It just doesn't do anything.
Raikou, Snowman Eater, all of it. Just...
Snowman Eater does trigger because it's not a flip effect.
Oh, it's not because it's flip effect. That's hilarious.
But like they set like Vayu or whatever, they set Raikou, they set like whatever monsters, they set like Goblin Zombie, you just go punch.
That's hilarious.
Then the other Dark Calling target is Malicious Fiend. This is mostly a target because it's lists Malicious Edge as fusion material, so you can send Malicious Edge. But the effect actually came up. So when during your opponent's battle phase, their defense position monsters switch to attack position. Obviously, they can just not go to the battle phase, but like they have to clear your monsters somehow, and if they can't do it in the battle phase, then your monsters are surviving, so your Prisma's surviving. But like they get switched to attack position, they have to attack this card if they can. So there was one game against Bancroft where he has Colossal Fighter on the field, and he goes battle phase, try and swing into Prisma. I'm like, nah, you got to attack this one. So he attacks, and he's like, oh, if I bring it back, I have to attack it again, don't I? And I'm like, yep. So he just outed the Colossal Fighter. But like, yes, it's 3/5, so again, it's just really, really
real big,
big.
How's JD? Like,
yeah, exactly, attack. And then the rest of the extra deck is like basically Prisma targets. The good ones, obviously, Fortress Dragon. Beside a second Cyber Dragon, so the second one comes up. You have space, so why not play it? Then we have Terra Firma. This one
Sends Ocean.
Sends Ocean. You never summon it, so it doesn't matter.
Sad.
Multiple piece golem. Obviously, you never summon it. You just send big piece golem. Elemental Grand Neos. You, in theory, can potentially summon it. You never will, but it just sends Grand Mall.
How would you summon it? Doesn't it?
Because you have Neos Alias.
So Gemini summon it.
In theory, it'll never come up, but one day it will.
Oh my god, if you ever do that, that's insane.
So this is 13 cards, and then the 14th card is like Elemental Aquaneos. It's the same as this, but for Aquadolphin. Again, probably will never summon it. And then the last card is Elemental Divine Neos. So that card, it's basically 500 dragons, but for fusions. So you need a Neospatian, a Neos, and a Hero. And then the last two could be any combination of those 3. So that's why we play Neospatians, and that's why we play Neos Alias mostly. So you send Grand Mall, you send Alias, you send Malicious Edge, then you can send any 2 other ones. So I normally send another Malicious Edge and an Aquadolphin. So you have a Water and a Hero, you have a Rock and a Fiend, and then you have the Neos Alias as like an extra hero. It makes your Dark Calling live turn 1, it makes your Miracle Fusion live turn 1.
That's crazy.
And the Divine Neos actually hits the field more often than not. If they can't out their Future Fusion,
then 2 turns later it's coming out.
Yeah, exactly. Game, right? So Divine Neos is 2,500, which sounds kind of crap for
kind of mid.
A monster that has 5 fusion materials, but the effect makes it worth it. I didn't think it'd come up very much, but I use the effect a lot. So it banishes one of the fusion. It doesn't have to be the fusion materials. It could be like a Neospatian, a Neos, or a Hero. You banish one of those from grave. It gains 500. That's permanent. And then until the end phase, it copies the effect. So the Aquadolphin, you can banish Aquadolphin. It's at 3k now, and then you discard a card from hand and you rip anything that's less than 3k, so it can hit a JD.
That's crazy. I love that. I love that.
Gauze, so you definitely go for game. You can banish Gramble. It's come up before where you just need to out something without killing it, so you just attack, bounce. You can banish Malicious Edge so that it has piercing. It's 3k with piercing. It's come up before. The card is very, very good. We don't play tuners. You have so much extra deck space. You just fill it with utility cards.
Yeah, that makes so much sense.
Very, very
fucking
good.
Love that energy as well.
Okay, then we go to the side deck. The side deck wasn't very refined. It's kind of just what I had on me, and whatever I could borrow.
I feel like that's half of the EDISON Cup
exactly.
Side deck, so.
The main deck was good, but the side deck was a little bit scuffed. With obviously the second Cyber Dragon. I played 2 Honest in the side deck. It seems kind of weird, but like your turn 1 is always Prisma, and especially if you're putting in the second Cyber Dragon, like you have Neos Alias, 3 Prisma, 3 Equal, Rota, Cyber Dragon. Even though Honest counts as a light.
You just have so many like cards that are pushing with it, right?
Yeah, exactly. And you want the Prisma to survive, so like when they go like normal Shura and they go attack, you honest them. They're suddenly so behind, and your Prisma survived. Same with like Gladiator Beast, like they go attack, thinking, "Oh, the Quarry's gonna eat this up," and then they don't. I honestly think I could main this card. You could like side Thunder Kings as well, so you have more lights. Something I'm definitely gonna try. 2 Fossil Diner. It's kind of like, I think of this like almost like Diva Hero. So like you can just have stun cards. But this is also a rock, so it's relevant for Dark Gaia. There's like a lot of value, a lot of light sworn. There's no dragons, but this card is just generically good. It feels, especially because of the synergy with it being on, it feels silly not to play it. Then we have Jujutsu Master, kind of like another Snowman, but it's also rock. Like it's just good. Like GBs is a deck that's relevant, so it deals with that very well. 2 DD Crow, like I was expecting value, so it's just like probably the most generic card that should be in every Edison side deck at this point. Then we have 2 Super Poly, obviously very good against like water decks, like very good against frogs, very good against Frog Hero, very good against Diva Hero, like Hero Beat if it comes up, like it's just very good card. I feel like it's a big edge you get by playing a hero deck sometimes. Even against zombies, like especially Diva zombies, because Pyramid Turtle is Earth, you just fuse away the Pyramid Turtle for Gaia. They obviously don't get the trigger for it. 2 Dust Tornado, and it's like folds to oppression, like a lot more than the other Diva, the hero decks, because you have 3 Dark Calling as well, and like your deck kind of revolves around it.
Revolves around those 6 cards, right?
So like you need to get rid of oppression, but like you can do cool things like you just set Dust Tornado, they set a back row, you go Dust, hit the back row, and then you set Return from hand with the Dust, and then the Return is live and it was safe. It's very good.
Safe, yeah. I like that.
Yeah, and then we have 3 Threatening Roar. Again, like you just want Prisma to survive. You don't want to die. Like Light Sworn just like rushes you, and then you just flip Threatening Roar. They mill a ton of cards. I got very close to a game earlier where I almost decked him out. Threatening Roar was very good for that. I think this card is kind of underrated. Like when you want the monsters to survive and your deck thinning so much, it's just a very good card.
Yeah.
And that's it.
That's the deck.
That's the deck.
Would you play it again?
Oh, definitely. I think it's like actually has potential to be good.
This is more refining, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like it's just figuring out like what you actually want the deck to accomplish. Like cutting down the unnecessary bricks.
Yeah.
Realizing like the power of certain cards. Like I thought Infernal Prodigy was like worse than it is, but it's like it came up a few times where just having Tribute Fodder is very good. So there's a lot of different things you can do with the deck. A lot of different directions you can go with it. But yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Calm. So we'll see it again in like 5 months' time?
Potentially, yeah.
Oh my god. Well, that was it. Any shoutouts?
Shoutouts to
Yu-Gi-Oh,
best Matt. Disciples, obviously. Barney for having us over. It's always amazing coming to
the establishment.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like I travelled like 3.5-4 hours to be here, and it's always worth it.
Always worth it. I rate it. But yeah, thanks for watching. More Edison content coming, and bye.